Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back. So I'd like to talk on naming of organic compounds. I believe you know what organic compounds is because I've talked about it in the previous class. So, but before I proceed, I would like to define some terminologies. Firstly, the functional groups. In organic compounds, we have what we call the functional groups. They can be atoms, they can be radicals, they can be bond, and they come with the organic compounds and they determine the chemical properties of that compound. We have different kinds of functional groups, like the OH functional group is for alkanol. We have the COOH is for alkanoic acid. We have uh, C double bond O, that's for alkana, and so on and so forth. So these functional groups they determine the chemical properties of that compound. There's also what we call homologous series. Those ones they are the family of organic compounds that follow regular structural pattern in which each member differ by CH2. For example, alkane family is a homologous is a family on its own, and the members they follow a particular series. Alkanol group, so they are just like a family, homologous family. They are like the family, while the functional group are just like the sign to indicate the members of such family of different family. So there's also another term I would like to define, alkyl. Alkyl Alkyl is gotten from alkane by the loss of one hydrogen atom. For example, this is methane. Methyl will be CH3, that is one hydrogen atom have been removed. So alkyl is gotten from alkane with the loss of hydrogen atom, and most times it is represented with capital R. So now back uh to our topic, naming of organic compounds. Naming of organic compounds. In order to name an organic compound, there are some rules guiding the naming of organic compounds. The first rule is that we should firstly pick the longest continuous carbon chain. Look at the first example. Look at the first example. The longest continuous carbon chain here will be 1, 2, 3, 4. That is uninterrupted chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what is that organic compound with 4 carbon atom? Butane, right? So the next thing is to ensure that the surface or any atom or radical that is being attached to any of the carbon atom has a lower come with a lower number. What do I mean by that? Let's count the carbon atom either from the front to the back or from the back to the front. So let's start with the front to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I'm counting from the back to the front, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you notice that if I'm counting from the front to the back, this methyl will be at the number 3 carbon. But if I'm counting from the back to the front, this methyl will be at the number 2 carbon. So I'll prefer counting from back to the front because I want my methyl group or the surface to have a lower carbon atom. So in order to name this first example, it will be two between a letter and an alphabet. There will be a dash. 2 methyl, then my root hydrocarbon, that's a carbon with 4 uh the hydrocarbon with 4 atoms, 4 carbon atoms. So that will be butane. That will be butene. So then for the second example, I need to firstly consider the functional groups. I've talked about functional group earlier. And for this example, the functional group is this OH. The OH family is a alkanol family. So let's pick the continuous carbon atom. 1, 2, 3. This normally it should be propane, but because of this OH, it will not be propane, but it will be propanol. It will be propanol. And you should also name in such a way that the functional group will have the least number. So I can write my longest continuous carbon atom as propanol or propa1 or. So I should also note that there is an attachment. This chlorine atom is an attachment, so I should take note of that too. So if I want to name, I'll be counting from the back 1, 2, 3 because I want my functional group to have a lower number. If I should count from the front, to be taking 3, and that's is not suitable for this naming, so I'm counting from the back. So because chlorine is at the third carbon atom, it will be written as 3-chloropropanol. Thanks for watching.